Now, in this video, we will going to take up how to do the assembly modeling of the plumber block. So to do that, first I will go to File, click on New Design. Then I want to save this. So go to Save. Then you go to the plumber block location. Then I will say, I will give the name as PB assembly. Then I will go to save this. The location is under plumber block. So I will go to save this. Now first I need to take the first part, which is body. So I will go to body, drag this body and bring it onto the workspace and leave it. So here automatically by default it will go to take the first position, ground to parent. You just enable that. By default it will be enabled, and I will just say OK. Now once you do that, now I need to go for the second part, which is the bearing bottom half. So again you drag the component from bearing bottom half from the part modeling and keep it on to the workspace. So here the location of this part modeling of the bearing bottom half is on the screen, and I will say OK. Now you drag this. So go to bearing bottom half. Now you take the component out. Okay, now you keep it here. Now once you do that, now I want to rotate this, and here you take this portion. Okay, so you go to zoom window, bring this portion nearer to your screen. So then go to assemble. So go to this point, so which is the center point of this, which is taken from the component 1, and this component has to be fitted. Go to fit, then come down to 3D assembly, then come down to zoom window, again bring that here. Now you go to rotate, position itself to your appropriate position and bring it here. So automatically that will comes and brings this here. The angle what I want, it is by 90 degrees. So now it will going to be rotated, and say now I want to go to visual style, shaded with hidden edges. Now you come down to fit, zoom fit. Okay, now you come down to the right portion. Now you can see that part is near exactly on the peripheral of your model. Once you do that, now exactly those 2 points are by matching. Now I want that copy to be gone inside this. So to do that, I will go for the Z distance, and I will say 3 mm. So here it is going inside. Now I want to have the radius of curvature which wanted to be fixed. So to do that, I will want to go for 4. So now the radius of curvature has been settled here. You can see that is perfectly matching. Once it is perfectly matches with the profile, then you say OK. So now it will be completely grounded. So once you do that, now you go to 3 dimension and come down to display settings, go to visual styles, go to the shaded portion. Now the next point is I want to have the bearing top off, which I want to be placed. So again you drag this component from here. Now it has been placed at this particular point. Now I will say OK. Then drag the component out. So go to bearing top half. Now you drag this and place it wherever you want. Now as I rotate, you can see that I want to rotate this portion. Okay, right click and say go to assemble. This length, which is the point, snap to a component 1, will be displayed onto to here. So now it comes and fixes here. So now if you go to the top 3D, and now if you come down to the top, you can see that it is exactly placed between the slot of this 38 mm. So what we have here, which is 36. So this is what you will going to get in this portion. So to do that, so here I will come down to the drawing, come down to this assembled. Okay, this will going to be slot in this 36 mm slot. It will going to be fixed. That is what we are. You can see here. This is the 36 mm slot, wherein this bearing top off will going to be fit exactly into this. Now once you do that, I will say click on OK. Now once we complete this, go to the 3 dimension. Then I want to have the cap. So take the cap and bring that cap onto this and you place it here. Now, so once you do that, now I will say OK. Now you take the cap and move it. Once you move this, now I will want to rotate this. Go to rotate command and you rotate, that is the 3D orbit. So come down to again 3D orbit, you rotate it. Okay, then go to zoom window, then you bring this here. Now you take assemble, take this component 1 with go to fit, then come down to rotate, then click on OK, right click, then go to zoom window, bring it nearer to the screen and then say take it onto this. Now it is coming and placing it here. Now you go to 3 dimension. Now it is rotated by, I need to rotate this by an angle of 90 degrees or it can be 0. So I will make it 0. So now it has been placed exactly at this particular point. Now you come down to visual style and shaded with the hidden edges. Now you come down to the right view. So now you can see that it is exactly placed here onto the screen. Now you come down to zoom window. So the zoom window, when you see this, it is matching, but only thing is there is some radius which is going out. So I want, because exactly I want to place it above this. So for that I want to move it in the Z direction. I will say 1 mm, sorry, I will say minus 1 mm. So now it is, I am trying to reach it to the, that is basically because I am matching the hole with the top of bearing half with the whole of this. So that is the reason why it is been giving this value. So I will say minus 2. Then if I give minus 3, see what happens. So it goes away. So you take minus 2. So here it is coming to exactly, it is matching with this minus 1. So I will take minus 2 is the exact value. So that I will going to have this gap here. So this is how we will be able to match the drawing. So I will say minus 2.5. Okay. So this is the radius what I am trying to tell you, which is the 1938. So that is the 38 mm. That will going to be matched with this portion, which is the outer portion of the drawing. So which is the outer portion of the bearing bottom half. This is the one which we are talking about. So I want to match with that. So I will say 3. Sorry, minus 3. So minus 2. So minus 1.5. Okay. Exactly it is matching with that. Now you can see that matching is completely taken care of in this particular view. You can see that 38 radius of the bearing top of, and the 38 radius of, that is 19 mm radius of the cup is being, or the cap is matching exactly with this particular radius. 19 radius is matching with this outer bearing surface of radius. So here you can see the outer one is 50 and the inner one, that is 25. The inner one has got the radius of 19. So these two are exactly matching. Now I will say okay. Once you do that, now you go to 3D. Now you come down to display settings, come down to visual styles, click on shaded. Once you do that, now we will going to take up the bolt of M10. So again you take the part modeling of bolt M10, drag it and place it on the workspace or the assembly workspace. Now I will click on OK. So now you go to bolt M10, drag this bolt outside. Now you come down to OK. Then come down to zoom window, bring it nearer to your screen. So go to assemble, click on this portion which is this, then go to fit, then rotate, 3D orbit, rotate, then OK, then come down to zoom window, bring it nearer to the screen, and you take this option here. So now the bolt has come and placed inside this. So now you go to 3D. Now you try to check whether it is taken in the proper position or not. Then go to right, then you go to the display settings, then come down to visual styles, shaded with hidden edges. Now you can see that the bolt is placed exactly and with the hidden edges, so that you can see the center point or the center lines are symmetrically matched with this particular bolt. Now once you do that, now again you go back, so you say click on OK. So once you do that, then you go to 3 dimension. Now I want to place a nut and then the lock nut. So to do that, so go to display settings, visual styles, shaded. Now I want the nut to be taken. So take the nut from the part modeling, then bring it to the workspace. Now here, so you click on nut, so I will say OK. So you click, you will click on nut, drag this nut outside, OK. Now you go to rotate this, then go to OK, come down to zoom window, bring it near to the screen. Now you come down to assemble, so click on this portion, so you take it onto this okay, click on this component where it is taking the center of this. Okay, you can see here the center of this component. You just click on that. Now you go to fit and come down to 3D, then come down to zoom window, take it to the base of this. So you click on this basic base, so automatically the nut will come and place it here. Now once I do that, then you have to check whether it has taken it or not. Then go to visual style with wireframe. Now you come down to front. Now you can see, come down to zoom window. Once you ensure all the the part is been assembled in a parent assembly, then only you have to say click on OK. Otherwise, it will going to become, once it is totally OK, then only you have to click on OK. So its part will be properly grounded to the base assembly. That is what we does here. Again, I will go for a lock nut. Then you come down to 3D assembly. So here I will go for visual style, go to shaded. Now you go to lock nut, take the lock nut here and bring it onto the workspace. Now you say OK. Click on the lock nut of this. Then take the lock nut outside. OK. Now you rotate this. Sorry. You rotate this. Then come down to zoom window. Bring it near to the screen. Now you go to assemble. Assemble. Now you take the center of this curve which has been considered there. Then you go to 3D assembly. Then come down to zoom window. Bring it near to the screen. Now you just take this portion. Take this portion. It's not taking. So somewhere it will going to be able to snap. It is not. Now it is taking. You just click on this. The moment when you take the center of this to the center of that, so the center of the hexagonal nut with, that is the nut of M10 with the base of the lock nut M10, both will going to be top surface of the nut of M10 will be matched with base of the lock nut. So automatically that will come and closes here. Once you do that, now you come down to the visual style, go to wireframe, come down to right. Now you just go to fit. Now we have the proper exact position of your model. Then once you say that it's OK, now you come down to 3D, then go to display settings, go to visual styles, shaded. Now once you do that, now I need to mirror the components. To do that, I will go to create, come down to mirror. So what I want to mirror the components. Which are all the components I want to mirror? Lock nut, nut and bolt. Select all these three. So then come down to mirror plane, select with reference to this, so and click on OK. So now once you do this, so we have completely assembled the plumber block assembly. Now I need to go for a shaft. So the last part of this is shaft. Take this and place it. Now once you do that, now I will click on OK. Now I will drag this, or you can place it directly from here. So go to zoom window, bring it near to the screen. Now you go to assemble. Take this portion, that is the center of this, with the center of this. Okay. Now it has been placed. So go to the top view. Now I want to move this out so that we have total distance is 70, but here the width what we have is 36. The maximum dimension is for this is 50. So since I have considered the shaft as 70 mm length, so 10 mm on this side and 10 mm on the other side. So to do that, I will go for it is x and y. So I will take around 10, sorry, it is 0. So in this case, I think it is z, it is 10 mm. Okay, now yes, the z is okay. Now I will come down to the front, yes, or to this. Okay, now exactly it has been placed on either side of this. Then go to right click. So then click on OK. Now this is how it is exactly placed. Now when you go to the top view, now you can see this is on the 10 mm on this side and 10 mm on this side. The total of this bearing bottom of the top half is 50 and this dimension is 36. Yes, 36. So this is how you will be able to write the assembly, that is the 3-dimensional solid modeling assembly. Once you do that, now I want